Thank you everyone so far for introducing yourself in the chat. Great to see so many different places, different counties, so that's fantastic. We are recording this session today. We have people joining all over from Lincoln, Milton Keynes, Norwich, Stevenage. That's fantastic. So if you just joined the call, feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. Tell us your name and where you're from. We are recording this session. Thank you to everyone who's joined so far. We will begin very shortly. If you haven't already, keep introducing yourselves. We've got lots of people all over the region, which is fantastic. We've got Suffolk, Link South, Hertfordshire, Lowestoft. Brilliant. So many different places. Fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you everyone for introducing yourselves. We are recording this session, and when Karen is ready, I'll hand it over to her.
Good evening, everybody. It's lovely to see so many people join us. This is our second all members call. And this is a chance for you to ask questions of the Chiefs team. So you should have received a small chamomile tea bag from the office, which is from Bird and Blend. So please sit back, enjoy your cup of chamomile tea and chat with the Chiefs team. On this call this evening is Claire, my deputy, Chris, one of my assistants, Charlotte, one of my assistants, and Laura Kennard, who has recently joined the team. Laura has joined us very recently with a 2-year appointment, and she's going to support us with all things finance related. Laura has a really strong background in finance, which she will tell you about a little bit later on in the call. We've got some general updates for you and questions from social media, which we will try to answer. You will also hear from my team to find out a bit about them. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we'll do our very best to answer them. Claire, I think it's over to you for the first round of questions.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Karen. Lovely to have so many of you joining this evening. So as Karen said, a lot of the questions we've picked up from things that you've been posting on Facebook or asking us, trying to address some of those questions and queries. Can't promise answers for everything, but we will do our best. So Chris and I have been busy since January looking at the cost of living grants. We've had lots of applications and there is still a small pot of money left, but we are looking at whether we can repurpose that money for other things that are now coming up in guiding that you are all having issues with. So we'll be putting information out about that as soon as we have come up with a plan. Also, grant related, we are looking at our policy and reviewing the policy for grants for international trips. So we're really excited. We've got lots of international trips coming up. Selections are happening across the counties. So we'll be looking at the budgets and what we can offer girls and leaders who are traveling abroad to help them on their way. So again, keep looking out for information that comes out about that. Another thing that we keep being asked is about our recruitment campaign, which is really exciting, our Pass It On campaign. And I'm also really, really pleased to tell you that in Girlguiding Anglia, we have seen a growth in our numbers as opposed to National, who are sort of plateaued at the moment. So we're really excited that our numbers are still growing and the campaigns are definitely helping. We're managing to open new units, which is really good. Another really good thing from that campaign is it's brought in lots of outside awareness from other agencies, other organisations. And so the Pleasurewood Hills trip, which is happening later this year, they actually approached us because they saw our Pass It On campaign online and wanted to get involved with us. So I will talk a little bit more about that further down the line, but that is really, really good news and exactly what we wanted the campaign, the results we wanted it to have. So that's really, really important. And again, going back to the cost of living grant, another question, and we know this is a huge issue, is the cost of transport to get to events. And we really are trying very hard to find ways to help subsidise those costs. I know myself, living out in the countryside, it does cost an awful lot to get a coach, or to get a train even is cheaper, but then you've got to get to the station. So we are trying to think of ways and find ways of helping you to cover those costs to get the girls to the events, because that's the important thing, that these young people have fantastic opportunities. So we are working on that one as well. Again, look out for any information that might come out in the future. So I think I'm back over to Karen now.
There is one question in the chat that you might like to have a look at.
Thank you. Oh, I haven't looked at that.
It's will the international grant leaders of an international trip receive be greater than that for girl participant?
I honestly can't answer that question at the moment. I think that's something that the Finance Committee has to look at the policy. As I said, we're reviewing the policy, and it really does depend on how many pennies are in the pot at the end of the day and what we can give. So I can't give a definite answer for that one.
We will review it though.
We'll look at
I think
it. Yeah, we will
that's
look
on
at it.
Laura's list of things to do.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a bit of time now for you to find out a little bit about the Chiefs team. So I'm going to start. You probably have heard bits and pieces about me because we've been enrolled about a year now, or just over. So by day, I'm currently an acting head teacher, and that will go back to being deputy head very soon. I've got 2 children. My son is 25, my daughter's 23. I've got a beautiful dog who's sitting on the sofa behind me. She's called Lexi. And I've been involved in girl guiding for around about, well, nearly 30 years now. I've covered all sections from rainbows through to rangers, and I currently run a brownie unit along with 3 other leaders who are probably some of my best friends. I'm going to pass over to Claire.
Thank you very much, Karen. Well, I've been in guiding now nearly 35 years, which makes me feel very old. But I was a brownie at 7 and then went through guides, rangers, young leader and a leader. Still run the guide unit that I was a guide in myself, which is quite bizarre, but lovely. I've also been a district commissioner, division commissioner, and I was county commissioner for Cambs East as well. And in my spare time, I run my own business. I'm a hairdresser, and I enjoy going on holidays, of which I'm going on at the weekend. So I'm very excited. And yeah, that's me. And I will be passing over to Chris. Do you want to tell us about yourself, Chris? Chris, you're muted.
Oh, typical. It had to be me, didn't it? So you're making me feel really old, Claire, because I've been involved in guiding now for 57 years. I have been a leader for 46 years. I was a brownie, I was a guide, and I was a ranger. I crossed over the line and became a venture scout, and that I became Queen Scout as part of my venture scouting, but that was really because locally scouting was offering a better programme than guiding. And because of that, that's made me even more passionate with my guiding, to offer more choices for the girls and young women. So I run a brownie unit and a ranger unit, and I've held roles as district commissioner, division commissioner, county commissioner. I've been county senior section advisor, and county programme and adventure chair, as well as sitting on other various committees. So quite a variety within Girl Guiding. I've run several international trips for the girls, as well as Brownie holidays, guide camps, and Ranger residentials. And this year it's quite exciting that we've got Essex Jamboree back after 8 years because of having to cancel it during lockdown. So I'm taking guides and rangers to Essex International Jamboree and serving on a sub-camp team. So I've got my work cut out over the next few weeks. So that's me, and I shall pass over to Charlotte.
Hello, so I started Girl Guiding aged 5 and have had an amazing time going through all the sections to become a leader. Making my adult promise on my 18th birthday at Foxley's on camp was so special to me. Throughout my time as an adult leader, I volunteered for all sections. Until last summer, I led my very own Rangers unit, which I absolutely love doing, particularly taking them on the London Monopoly run, which is so much fun. If you haven't done it, definitely sign up. I'm still very close to my units in Buckinghamshire, helping with residentials, and going on a guide unit on a trip this year to Disneyland Paris this summer, which is very exciting. Since I moved to Lincolnshire, I helped with a local Rainbows unit, and at tonight's meeting, one of the Rainbows made their promise, which is so important because it's the start of their Girl Guiding journey, which is very exciting. I'm also a council member as one of the Anglia representatives. I have loved all the opportunities so far Girl Guiding has given me, including volunteering at the King's Coronation, being part of Gold projects, and leading a virtual project in 2022, and being part of peer education as a coordinator, peer educator, and hopefully to become a trainer very soon. I'm so thankful for the amazing people I've met on my journey. So thank you to everyone who's been part of it. And in my spare time, I'm a special needs teacher. So over to Laura.
Thanks, Charlotte. Hi, everyone. So I've been in guiding since I was 8 years old. Yeah. I joined as a brownie, did brownies and guides, and loved it so much that I stayed on. So I've never left. I became a young leader and then went on to do my leadership. And this year's actually my 20th year of being in guiding, which is really special. I don't think I ever thought I'd reach this point, so that's been really good. As a leader, I was part of a team running a guide unit, brownie unit, and I also then set up a rainbow unit in my local area. Due to work commitments, I had to give all of that up, so I then decided to stay involved at a county level and got involved in county finances, which was 12 years ago, and I've not quite left it just yet. So I've got a really strong guiding family connection. My nan was a leader in the local county, and my mum was a guide in the area as well. So for me, it's always been really special to be part of that. I've also still get involved. I went on a county international trip to Croatia, which was amazing just before COVID. I've held other roles such as mentor for the leadership program, trainer. I was also a residential trainer when that was a thing, which was great, and I had so many amazing times doing the residential trainings. In my non-guiding time, I actually am a qualified scuba diving instructor, so I do that occasionally, and in my professional life I am an IT consultant working on implementation projects and programs. So yeah, quite busy, but yeah, really good, and I'm love being part of guiding. Have been have enjoyed it for such a long time. So that's about me. I'll hand over to Claire.
Thank you, Laura. So hopefully you gather from that we are all grassroots guiders through and through. So we know what you're going through, we know how it is, and we're trying to make it easier and better for all of us along the way. So we're moving on now to our programme and things that are happening, things that we're looking at putting on for you at a region level. And again, obviously seeing that there's lots of questions coming up on social media, we're being asked lots of questions when we're out and about, so trying to answer some of those for you. The biggest one is obviously the pyjama party, which I have to say was my idea right when I was interviewed by Karen last year, and it's great to see it actually come into fruition. We're listening to what you're saying. We are going to get some information out to you about what is happening, what the activity packs are. But the whole idea behind the pajama party was to enable people to put on a sleepover and we do all the work for you. We're not trying to make it difficult for you. We're trying to help you. And believe me, everything will be affordable, easy to access, and we're really, really excited and looking forward to that. The pajama party packs, yes, you will be able to do it by check. We will get that set up in the office and get that information out to you, because we do understand that not everybody can pay by card. So we will get that set up if it hasn't been already. And then moving forward, I totally understand the questions that we're being asked about Pleasurewood Hills. As I said, Pleasurewood Hills actually approached us and we thought this is too good an opportunity to miss. We were very aware right from the start that obviously it's a long way for lots of people to go, but we knew that we would be able to attract enough interest from local, so from Suffolk, from Norfolk, from Cambridgeshire, Essex possibly as well, that it's not such a journey. And we totally understand that. My plea to you would be, if there's somewhere in your area that you know of that would be a great place for us to take over, can you email us at hello@girlguiding-anglia.org.uk, and we can contact them and see if they would be interested in helping us and putting on different events across the region, where we can take over theme parks, zoos, whatever, so that we can spread the love around the region. So we're not trying to be difficult. We're not singling out. They came to us. We weren't going to say no. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind that. We are looking at all the questions that you are asking about Pleasurewood Hills, and a lot of them are not for us to answer. We've got to go back to them. So we will go back to Pleasurewood Hills with your questions and we will put the answers out as soon as we have them. We are collating questions, as I said, so if you have any more, then we'll put out an FAQ sheet towards the end of the week, maybe next week, so that you've got those answers. But the timings for the day are 10 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Another great question, and this is something, being on the membership experience committee, well, being on it, chairing the membership experience committee, is that we've had lots and lots of applications from Queen's Guides and from other people who want to be involved in helping to organise region events. And that's so exciting and so important that we get a real spread of experiences and different places in the region. If you would like to be involved, again, please email hello@, which I noticed that Paula had put in the chat. Tell us what you want to be involved in, and or that you would like to be involved, and we'll see what's going on and whether we can find somewhere for you to sit on a task and finish group to get an event out there. We also do put adverts out. County commissioners should be told about different things where we're looking for people to help us as well. So also look in your county newsletters or county Facebook groups, whatever. And as I said, Queen's Guides are joining us a lot as well. And if you want to join region, again, as a Queen's Guide to help towards your qualification, your award, then again, hello@ would be a good place to start, because they can signpost you to the right person. Also, you could talk to your county Queen's Guide advisor as well, because they will then put them through to us. We do now have a fantastic person at region for Queen's Guide. Finally, we've got an advisor, which is great, Doreen, and she'd be happy to help as well. So again, just send it through to hello@. They will signpost it to the right person and your information will be taken. And again, exactly the same for D&V as well. We are very proud that we can help girls gain their D&V. @guiding, and so email the region office at hello@, and again, your details can be signposted to the right person. Do we have any questions? Has it all gone quiet? No? Okay. So moving forward, as you can see, we are quite busy. Excuse me, we've got some exciting partnerships coming up. One of them, which you might have seen, is a brand or a company called Swappers, who again have we've kind of collaborated and been talking with them about offering a service where children can swap clothing online. So think Vinted, but for the girls. And it's a fantastic company. They have done everything safely, so it's all safe for your children. And what we're trying to work with them for is about swapping uniform. So making sure that, you know, if people are struggling to buy uniform, people have grown out of uniform, then it's an easy way to pass it on. Especially as we are coming up to a uniform rebrand, so people aren't going to be wanting to pay out for new uniform possibly. So that's really, really exciting. And so far they've been to the Hobbies Open Days, so we met the girls there. They're also coming to Hobbies Fest, which I think is a great opportunity for people to swap clothing and have fun with that. And we're looking at doing a challenge pack with them in 2025. So that's coming up as well. And also looking at upcycling as well, different ways that you can upcycle your clothes, change them up, which is really fun. So look out for all of that. I've talked about Pleasurewood Hills and how that partnership came about. We ended our partnership with RSPB this year, earlier on. I think myself, Karen and Chris, we all went to events that were our last ones with the RSPB. It's been a fantastic partnership, and the events were fantastic that we attended, even if it was quite a chilly day. So that's really, really exciting that we've actually had that opportunity, and we're looking at potentially working with other organisations on a similar kind of way. Your tea bags that you all had today came from Bird and Blend. So they're on board, and again, they're looking at getting involved. So more to come from them next year, but I've had some exciting ideas about badges and things that we can do with them. But I hope you're all enjoying your tea today. Those of you that drink tea, I know not everyone does. But again, really exciting that people are noticing us and happy to get on board with us, which is great fun. And then, pajama party. So it is really exciting. I just want to tell you that we've received some external funding from Girlguiding, which has helped to keep the costs down, which is why we can offer it as cheap as we have. Bookings are open. We're trying our hardest to keep on top of questions that come in. We're trying to help you answer them. Do bear with us. We're still working on some things, so we won't have the answers for you. The merchandise is coming, but Louise and Joe and the retail team are working hard on the Hobbies Fest merchandise at the moment. So there's so much going on that we're putting a lot of pressure on all our staff at the moment. But that's what we're here to do as volunteers. So we like to keep them busy. And our next webinar that is there to support leaders is on the 17th of September. So if you're signing up or you want, interested, then sign up for that. Look out for that for the 17th of September. And then going forward internationally this year, we've got leader events happening to get leaders used to traveling abroad again, because obviously we haven't been able to do that for a little while. And then next year we've got 2 girl events happening, and region international selection is happening in October. So I think county events are happening over the next few months, and then region will happen in October. We've also launched our Summer Quest Challenge badge, which I've had fun working on. And that's really, really easy to do. The girls can do that at home if they want to during the summer holidays. So it might be worth having a look at that and sending it home with them. But also it's a fun thing to do with your units as well. We've tried to, again, make it quite easy things to do. Don't require a lot of equipment or a lot of cost. And our plan is, and I think I can safely say this, is that we will hopefully have, coming up over the next few years, we'll have Spring Quest and also Autumn Quest. So you can potentially get 4 lovely badges for each season with different activities. So that's really exciting too. And finally, I just want to say that I hope you all enjoyed your little videos and that were posted last week for Volunteers Week. Karen and I were at Hobbis when the videos were being made, and the girls were amazing, and it was really lovely to see that everybody was out there having a lovely time. And it's down to you all that those girls can do that, and we really do value everything that you do, and we are here to try and support you. So any questions, send them through to hello@, and we will try our best to answer, address and help you. Any questions?
Claire, there is one in the chat about are there any plans to reintroduce the Starburst events?
So again, that's something that we are looking at what events we can introduce over the next few years. One thing I think, Karen, I am allowed to say is that we are planning our region camp.
Anglia 27.
Yes. So in 2027, we will be having a region camp at Hobbis. So that's really exciting. And yes, we are looking at a Starburst type event for brownies in the near future. Well, not the near future, but we are looking at the possibility. Thank you, Chris.
We've got another one. Where do we find out about international trips, please?
So you should look at county level to start with. So maybe talk to your county international advisor or message your county commissioner. And also region trips, I think going forward will be on the website possibly, but we haven't got to that point yet.
Region selection. We're going to have a region selection later this year, aren't we?
Yeah. Yes. I know in I've got 2 counties who are joining together to do a selection. So thank you.
Another one, Claire, is September too late to order 100 goodie bags for the pyjama party?
As long as you're signed up by the closing date on the 12th of September, no, it's not too late, because obviously the event is not until February, and so the girls won't need them until the event. So no, absolutely fine. And we expect there's going to be quite a rush in September because obviously we're all trying to get the girls who are moving up sections or coming in new at that point. So no, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Over to Karen, I think.
I think this is you, Claire. Questions.
Everyone's going to be sick of my voice, aren't they? That's because I have everything to do with all the events and all the activities that are going on. So we are very pleased to have appointed a new person to look after the training side of things for us at Region, and the training team are working very hard on putting on webinar trainings for the various things that are happening. So the LDP, obviously we're doing the going away within the pajama party, but we will be looking at what we can do across the board for that. And I think we also need to know any ideas of what sort of trainings you would like us to put on, and we can look at the possibility of doing those. And another thing that we are actively looking at the moment is how we can best support commissioners within the region, because I'm very aware that being a commissioner is not an easy role. We've all, I think all of us have pretty much been there. And we want to know how we can help you. So please, can you let us know what trainings would be useful, in what way they would be useful, whether virtual would be good, whether you would like a commissioner day where we all get together and celebrate being a commissioner and helping you, or just having fun. So any ideas would be great, so that we can make sure that we're tailoring it for you and doing what you want us to do. With regards, Hobbies Fest is one of the questions we've been asked about quite a lot. I can't share any of the programme, but I know that there's lots of exciting things happening. We've got music groups coming along. There's going to be silent discos. There will be lots of fun activities to do during the day for you. Fantastic food opportunities. So lots and lots going on that you would expect to find at any festival. And yeah, let's just pray for good weather, so that it doesn't become a muddy Hobbies Fest, but really, really excited for that happening. And I think any other, if you honestly need to know anything, do just ask us at the office. Use the hello@ email address. We can try and help you or point you in the right direction. One of the questions I've got here is about PR for a local event. Region does have resources, but also your counties should have those resources as well, because Region provided them for each county. So there should be banners, tablecloths, leaflets. Sometimes there should be little giveaways that you can, I know there were pens, lots of things like that your county office or your county commissioner should have. I can only speak for the county that I'm in, which is Cambs East, and I know we have 2 trolleys full of PR material. One was called Bertha and one was called Boris, I believe, or Bertie, I can't remember. But you can book those through the county office in Cambs East and take them to your events, so that you can brand it and market all your stuff. So that's really good. So I know that that facility and all of those are out there, so make sure you ask your counties for those. And another question, which is a bit random, and I might have to ask Bonnie for this, is where does Region get its gazebos from? Bonnie, can you help us?
Yeah, we use a company called Vibrant Colour. I think we've had a few different, well, not just counties, but divisions as well, have asked for contact details. So if anybody wants information, we can share that, and we can share costings as well. We've just had an up-to-date quote come through, so get in touch.
Fantastic, thank you. So I'm sure everybody's heard enough of my voice, but are there any more questions that you would like us or any one of us to answer?
Claire, there's another couple of questions in the questions and answers, but also in the webinar chat. Somebody's put they're disappointed with their county's selection process for internationals. This is something you really need to speak to your county commissioner about, or your joint county commissioners, But if you've got a problem with it, please feel free to email me, as I sit on the international team, which is Chris S@girlguiding-anglia.org.uk.
Thank you, Chris.
Questions we have, do you know when the going away with qualification will be available to do on the online LDP?
I'm not entirely sure on that one. I think, yeah, don't hold your breath, I think, at the moment.
I don't think we've got the answer to that one.
No, really sorry.
Sorry.
And then the next one is maybe a suggestion of maybe a commissioner weekend away with training and social on the Saturday night.
That sounds right up my street, whoever suggested that.
Claire and I like doing things like that, don't we, Claire?
Absolutely. That sounds like a lovely idea. Thank you.
Also sounds like an event that you would have to organise, Claire.
Yes. But yeah, don't leave me with the catering though, because I order too much.
So for Pleasurewood Hills, do my guides need a qualified leader to attend, or could it be a unit helper if a unit helper has first aid and safe space 3?
As long as they've got the right qualifications, then I don't think there's an issue. And as long as they're within ratio. Am I right, Karen?
I think you need a unit leader with you. Somebody
Okay.
that yeah, I think, yeah.
Maybe it's possible to join with somebody else from the
Yeah,
same.
if you join a different
Join
group
with
and
another
a couple of
unit.
units go together.
That's all we've got in the question. Oh, another one. Oh, that was just an okay, thank you. And that's all we've got in our questions and answers at the moment.
Brilliant, thank you.
Okay.
I think over to you, Karen.
Well, if you have got any other questions, then please do put them in the chat. If not, thank you for joining us this evening. It's been great to see so many of you join the call. There will be another call on the 10th of September. And then the final one of the year will be the 4th of December. So please sign up to them. This is our way of trying to reach as many areas and as many members of the region as we possibly can. And we want to meet as many of you as we can. So please do get in touch. That's about it for tonight. So thank you all. Thank you for everything that you do. And we look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.